Welcome back to TiECon Live. I'm Neha. Today I have in my studio Mr. Gautam Thockchom. He is a chair with attendee registration and also the man behind MyTiECon. Welcome Gautam. Welcome to the studio.
Good afternoon, Neha.
Gautam, you have actually been with TiECon for a while. I mean, you were here even last year. So tell me a little bit about what your experience has been, the transition from then and now, and what changes have you brought about in your team?
Sure. Actually, I've been involved with TiECon for many years. After attending, I've been attending TiECon since 1994. And I realized that I wanted to do something more than just coming out once a year. So I started volunteering at TiECon since 2005. And I have been actually in charge of attendee registration since 2005, 6, and 7. And every year, we've actually worked to improve our process a little more. And as you can see from long lunch lines today, we broke all records, and I think we've just gone past 4,000 attendees this afternoon. And we're very proud to have done this. And of course, I couldn't do it by myself. I have a great team behind me who's working with me. Some of the new things that we did this year was we actually did reach out to the community a lot wider than just using calling on to our existing databases that we had to call on. So what we did was we especially went to the student community as well, of which you were part of my team, by the way. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
And also what we did was we actually reached out to at various levels at the corporate community in the Bay Area. So we worked with teams of people inside Oracle, Intel, Cisco, and so on and so forth, as well as partner organizations from different communities to get the word of Ti and TiECon out. And I think that's one of the new things that we did this year as well.
And also another new thing that you did was MyTiECon, a phenomenal success this year at TiECon. And I've heard so many good things and good reviews, and people have been coming to me, in fact, talking about who the guy behind MyTiECon is. So tell me a little bit about the entire setup.
Okay. Yes, thank you. The only problem with MyTiECon was that we released a little too late. We announced it in a smaller community for testing purposes about a week plus before. And then we, because of various reasons, we couldn't really announce it wider to the wider community before 3 or 4 days before the event. MyTiECon, well, it actually started with, again, I've been coming to TiECon for years. And every year, it's amazing that I always bump into friends that I have not seen for years. It's always like a reunion of sorts. Then I kept thinking, what if, instead of just bumping into a friend by accident, how about like I knew my friend was coming out? Wouldn't that be a lot cooler? I can do other events and activities, maybe go have a drink with them afterwards. So that's kind of how I, kind of evolved. And about 6 months ago, one day, Raj Jaswal and I was talking about that kind of thing. And we're also working on another big project, which is actually taking a trade delegation from California with Governor Schwarzenegger to India. So even as we were planning for that, we realized that a networking platform is going to be absolutely must for that particular trade delegation. Then Raj and I said, hey, why don't we do the same thing for TiECon? Then I said, why not? So I kind of started working on it, and I assembled a very large team of 4 people, very smart 4 people who worked with me. I should take their names. One is VP Shinoy, and Rajesh Dubey, and Niram Ruperala. And the 4 of us were assisted by an amazing and talented engineer who works out of Bangalore.
Okay.
Right. And so essentially the 5 of us put together this product.
So essentially, I mean, you are the entrepreneur over here, the new face, you could call it. I mean, you're creating things right now, right here, live. But
so one of the things about TiECon is that, as you've heard through the last 2 days, it's all about volunteering and volunteers doing it. The amazing thing is that there's always TiECon and Ti, by its very nature and definition, always encourages free ideas and free thinking. And so we decided to, hey, we didn't wait for permission to do this. We just went ahead and did it. And we showed it to a few people. Hey, that's great. Let's do some more things. So that's how it came about. So the other thing which I also want to add to is that TiECon in general always outdoes the previous one every year, without fail. You'll see that over and over. And so, you know, it's a
and
part
so
of
does the volunteer. I mean, from
Absolutely.
being a volunteer to an
Absolutely,
entrepreneur, it's a
absolutely.
big jump from
Right,
there.
right. So I also want to take this opportunity to you know, kind of mention some people who work with me in this TiECon 2007, particularly the guys in the registration team whom I haven't mentioned. There's several. One of them is, of course, you, Gaurav Gupta, and Anil Kalani. He ran our databases behind the scenes. He and Dilly actually worked with another a company in India to help us with the whole process as well. They were running that group. And then we had a whole bunch of other guys who were reaching out to other communities, Sanjay Wadge, Ramesh Nimba, Kirti Rungta, and Alok Gupta. And these are essentially, believe it or not, our team is only just 12 people. Of them, one of them is a Thai staff. I couldn't, it would be a great injustice if I don't name her name. It's Harini.
Right.
She's been a wonderful part of our team as well.
Thank you, Gautam, for being here with our studio. It seems like MyTiECon is going to take a great success
Absolutely.
platform. But, thank you very much.
I have requests from several other organizations to see if we can help put something like MyTiECon.
Well, good luck to you, Gautam. Thanks for being here in our studio. That was Gautam Thockchom here at TiECon Live.